beautiful Cancerians, this is Debs and this is your reading for mid-Jan 2025. I'm suddenly hearing the word unapologetic. Okay. It goes with a vision. Yeah, my left ear is ringing really, really loudly. Cancer, I feel as if you are putting a full stop at the end of a sentence. You are turning around and walking away, leaving people with their mouths open. I feel, Cancer, you are ready to start giving to yourself. You've been giving too much to other people. You've been putting too much effort in situations that don't serve you, don't feed you, don't support you. You're not doing it anymore. And this is you feeling as if you don't have to apologize either for concentrating on you, because for many of you, you may have felt you should have done this a long time ago. You might feel as if people had got used to you giving, used to you helping them. It's time for you now, Cancer. It's time for you. Okay, guys? All right, let's do this. So the deck that I'm using is a Sanctus Concordia. I've got a lot in my head that's whizzing around. I'm looking at somebody making a dessert. It looks like a trifle. And they're thinking to themselves that, yeah, you know what? I used to put cream on top. I used to put sprinkles on top. I used to put it on a fancy plate, lots of decoration. I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah, no, they can just have the trifle as it is. I'm seeing somebody resolutely taking this trifle and plonking it on a dining table, and people looking at this person, you, Cancer, as if to say, oh, well, you usually do a lot more than that. You usually make it fancy. You usually put a lot more effort in. Cancer, you're simply looking at these people as if to say, well, yeah, I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm just not doing it anymore. You're lucky to get a trifle, you know? You're lucky to get a dessert. Why should I flower it up anymore? No. Okay, Cancer. Wow, this feels very similar to the Scorpio reading. You could be connected to a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. What do we have for my beautiful Cancerians? Okay, the reason why, Cancer, you are not putting in as much effort as you had been is that you have been thinking about offering love to someone else. Okay? So I may be connecting with a Cancerian who's in a relationship, and you may feel, Cancer, as if you've done everything to make this person happy and they just haven't appreciated you. I think with the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups, you are thinking that it might be time to end this situation. Now, for some of you, Cancer, this could even be you in a family situation. You could be a single parent. You could have been supporting your kids. Maybe your kids are grown up now, but they're still living at home. They're still asking you for handouts. They never help you around the house. They don't contribute towards bills. And you may be saying to your child or your kids, I'm sorry, you're old enough and ugly enough now to sort out your own life, pay your own bills, clean up your own mess. I'm not doing it anymore. You're sitting in self-love now, Cancer. It could be that. What do we have for my lovely Cancerians, please? Mid-Jan 2025. You've just lost interest in doing as much as you did before for someone else or a group of people. You're just not doing it anymore. Three of Pentacles. You are looking, Cancer, for someone who will work in partnership with you, or to move into a situation where you are appreciated, Cancer. Nine of Wands. You've had enough of where you are at the moment. Whether or not this is you just simply in a day-to-day schedule where you feel as if you're working your butt off, but nobody is helping you, or You may feel that people around you just leave you to carry the heavy load because they know you will, because you always have done, somehow. Six of Pentacles. There was a sense of equal give and take in the past, but I think that changed because people got used, Cancer, to you saying, it's okay, I'll do it, or it's okay, I'll pay it, or I don't mind working overtime, or yeah, it's okay for me, it's not great, but sure, if it helps you. They got used to you being overly receptive, overly giving. Five of Pentacles. But it took its toll, Cancer, because you either found yourself on the breadline because you were giving readily to people around you, or Cancer, you wondered how long you could do this for because you kept being left out in the cold. Well, people are happy to take, or people are happy for me to do the work, but as soon as I say I need something done or I need help, people turn their back. It was clear as day, Cancer, and you realised, Cancer, things had to change. Now, in your thoughts, yeah, Five of Wands. You know that when you admit how you're feeling, people aren't going to like it because you're somehow pushing back and they're not used to you doing that. They're not used to it. In the immediate future, the Chariot. This is your energy, Cancer. You are going. You may literally be leaving a situation. You may be packing your bags and sticking a couple of suitcases in the car and driving off. You may be booking flight tickets. Wow. Why do I feel, Cancer, that whoever you're detaching from is going to be shell-shocked? Yeah, because they don't see this coming. In your fears, the High Priestess. Fearing, Cancer, that someone close to you actually knows what you're about to do. You're fearful they're going to tell other people, or you're fearful they're going to let the cat out of the bag. I don't think they will, Cancer, because they realise how much this has taken from you. It's almost as if whoever this person is thinking, I don't blame Cancer at all. I would probably do the same thing. So they're going to keep your secret, Cancer, but it's not going to be a secret for long because this is you leaving. In the environment is the Hierophant. Yeah. Cancer, you could be leaving a Taurian, or you could be leaving a relationship. You could be detaching from a family situation. You could be, even for some of you, Cancer, changing your religion, if that's relevant. In your hopes, the King of Cups. Cancer, you could be leaving someone for a King of Cups, or you could be a masculine who is simply hoping to finally give to yourself self-love, because maybe you feel depleted having given to other people all your life. The outcome, Cancer, is the Page of Cups. You may be apologizing to your child or children if you're leaving a relationship. If you're detaching from a partner, you may be embracing a new situation, but just sort of dipping your toe in the water. Clarification for you, the Queen of Swords. If you're sitting in a feminine energy, Cancer, you know you're not connected to this situation emotionally anymore. This has been about financial stability. This has been about responsibilities. You've held up your end of the bargain, Cancer. You're just not doing it anymore. If you're sat in your masculine energy, you may have dealt with a partner for quite a long time who was very harsh, very analytical, a bit cutting. This is somebody who comes out with very sharp words. You may have taken blow after blow after blow, my lovely Cancerian masculines, from a woman who might have been very difficult to deal with, demanding, controlling, two-faced, I'm actually hearing, I'm sorry. Put on a lovely smile to the outside world, but then bitched about you behind your back to other people. You're not dealing with this person anymore. 6 of Cups. There's a strong indication here, Cancer, you might be thinking of the effect of you leaving on children. It may be you're worried that somebody's going to call you out. Hang on. There's been a lot of history here. You've thought about this for a very long time. This isn't you making an impulsive decision. You've thought long and hard about this. For many of you, Cancer, you've actually planned to detach because simply you feel it's time. It's time for you to give love to yourself now. Whoever sat in the Hierophant is sitting in the 7 of Wands. As soon as they recognise what you are doing here, Cancer, they're going to be very defensive. Knight of Swords. They may be harsh. There may be a massive argument. I've got to be honest, Cancer, I don't think you care. And I also think you're aware that this is not going to be easy. But you simply can't stay in the situation any longer. You may have spent a lot of time by yourself recently, not spent time with your partner or not spent time in the family home. Because simply to be there upsets you, makes you feel you're being taken for granted. This is you standing up for yourself, Cancer, and I have to say, for some of you, finally. All right, now, we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. You want to be in a situation where people respect you, where people put in the effort, where people work with you rather than work against you. 9 of Wands, you know you've come to the end of the cycle. You're fed up of giving so much of yourself. And even though you're feeling very emotional about this decision, you know it's right for you. Again, Cancer, I feel as if you've been keeping all this under wraps for quite a long time. Yes, the Moon. Yeah. Yes. You have been feeling emotional about this. God, my voice just stuck in my throat there. You have been feeling emotional about this, but you've also been keeping this under wraps. 9 of Cups. What you're fearful of, Cancer, is that someone is going to turn around and say, I think you're being selfish. I think you're just considering your own feelings in this. You're not looking at other people around you, how it's going to affect them if you detach. But what is blatantly obvious to you, Cancer, is you've given so much of yourself for possibly many, many years. So if you feel this is going to be someone who turns around and says, well, I think it's a bit selfish, Cancer, that you're now decided to concentrate on you, right? You're well within your rights, Cancer, to turn around and say, well, hang on, I've been doing X, Y, Z for God knows how long for other people. I think it's time I sat in this independent energy, or I think it's time I separated from you. Yeah. Yeah, Cancer. I mean, the Hermit. You've been doing a lot of thinking about this. For some of you, you may be detaching from a Virgo who might have been overindulgent. We've got a lot of other energies on the board here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurian energy. Cancer, it's time. It's time, because you've been self-sacrificing for way too long. The Death card, Scorpio. You've seen the truth, Cancer, that you're ready to transform your situation. You're ready to move forward. You know it's going to be a shock to whomever this is. They're going to push against this. They're going to be angry. They're going to be defensive. But it's almost as if the relief of you having made the decision to go is going to blot out the emotion that you might have felt in making this decision. You're going to numb yourself so that any harsh words, any backlash is going to be like water rolling off a duck's back. It's not going to affect you because you know this is right for you. So in the past, Six of Pentacles, you gave and gave and gave. Two of Pentacles, you may have had to juggle money. Okay, they want this, they want that. All right. Four of Cups. You might have felt this is all about financial stability. There wasn't a lot of emotional connection in the past. Two of Wands. And I think, Cancer, with the Five of Pentacles, you felt left out in the cold. You realised that your finances were depleting because people were taking and taking and taking, not giving to you. They expected this from you, which, to be honest with you, was, I feel, out of order. You may have been in a codependent relationship. You may have been dealing with people who were, to be honest, codependent, self-orientated. You stood at crossroads for a while in the immediate past, wondering how to get out of this. How do I get out of this? Yeah, what are my options to release myself from these obligations? What you're thinking about with the Five of Wands is conflict. You know you're going to have to fight a bit of a battle to detach. But with the energy of the Star, you may be battling against an Aquarian in particular with the Star. But I think you know that once this is over, you can move forward with a sense of peace in your heart. But something has to go with the energy of the Tower. You may feel it's going to be a Tower moment for someone, Scorpio, Aries energy with a Tower. Or you may be blowing up a situation that's caused you nothing but conflict. Maybe you feel people aren't changing. Maybe you feel people aren't taking responsibility for their own lives. They just rely on you. You're just not dealing with it anymore. Yeah. With the energy of the Page of Pentacles, you could be thinking about a child in the mix. It's going to be a shock for a child. Or you could be feeling, once this is done, you may want to go and see someone to explain why you've done this, which is what you might be doing here with the Chariot. There could be a family member or someone you're close to who lives at a distance who doesn't know that you're leaving. And you may be wanting to go and see that person to have a serious chat, you know. So my lovely Cancerians, you're sat in the immediate future, in the Chariot, you're going, you're leaving. You may be leaving a very serious long-term relationship. You may be detaching from a Taurian. We've also got a lot of fire here and a lot of air. Whoever this person is going to be defensive. They're going to be angry because they don't expect you to do this. But you've already made up your mind, Cancer. This is right for you. If this is a family situation, if you're a single parent and you've been supporting kids who are now older, you may be saying to your kids, okay, I'm going to go on holiday for a couple of weeks. By the time I come back, I want you out of the house. I'm sorry, you're going to have to get jobs. I'm sorry, I don't want you in the house anymore. You may be getting tough. This could be about you as a single parent. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Chariot and the Hierophant for my lovely Cancerians? Thank you, Michael. I'm actually hearing the beginning of March. I'm hearing the 1st and 2nd of March. So you may sort of ride through the rest of Jan, through February, and at the beginning of March, I think you're going to make your move. This is going to be a very significant conversation. What you do know is that whatever happens, Cancer, you're not going to change your mind. And I don't know why that's really important for somebody to know here. You are not going to change your mind. You are going. So let's have a look at who is sat in the energy of the Hierophant. The 10 of Cups. So with the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups, Cancer, this could be your partner. Or this could be a child, family situation. They are sitting there kind of assuming that things are fine. I mean, maybe they know that there have been a few arguments in the past. Maybe they know they've been a bit selfish in the past. But they are not expecting you to turn around and say, okay, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. What's on their mind? Wow. You may be leaving a marriage, Cancer. Or you may be leaving a group of people who have been financially dependent on you. Hierophant, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Cancer, they don't expect you to leave. They're going to be shocked when you do, when you speak your piece. But they have been in their head about this relationship. What have they been in their head about? Judgment. A Sagittarian for some of you, or this could be a Sag. Or they have been in their head maybe feeling as if they shouldn't have behaved the way they did in this connection. They should have stepped up. They should have helped you. They should have been kinder. They should have reciprocated. It's almost as if they're in their head at this point of time thinking, I know that I haven't been the ideal partner for Cancer. I know that I should have been more supportive. I know I should have sat in a much more appreciative energy, and I haven't been. Why are they facing Judgment Day? Because maybe Cancer has been all about them, Leo energy for some. Maybe they've just spent the last few years complaining, playing the victim, poor me, this, that and the other. They didn't think about you. This can be somebody who constantly makes out as if they're ill, or this is somebody who is permanently worried about the future to the point where it's incredibly depressing to live with. This is somebody who plays the victim. And this is somebody, Cancer, who may always see the negative side of things, right? Whereas you, Cancer, I feel, see the positive side of things. You may have a natural sense of humour. You may have a natural optimism to you. Whereas this person may be quite depressing to live with. Maybe they simply worry too much. Or maybe they are so heavily codependent on you, Cancer, you feel suffocated. This is somebody who is always complaining. And I feel you just want to leave. You just want to get out of there. Now, if this isn't one person, if this isn't your partner, this could be kids who simply don't appreciate you. And they're permanently coming to you with their troubles, their worries, their issues, and expect you to bail them out. You're not doing it anymore. So what are you going to be saying to whoever this is? Wow. Okay, Cancer, it's going to be blunt and you're just going to go. Wow. Okay. Ace of Swords, World is, okay, this is over. I'm really sorry, but I'm going. I've got a bag packed. I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to spend a few days away so that you can come to terms with the fact that this is happening, but I'm leaving. I'm going. Oh God, Cancer, Eight of Cups, you are not messing around. This is really done. This is really done. What are you saying to this person? I want to be single, or I want to start giving to myself. 9 of Pentacles. I'm fed up of having to deal with you. I'm fed up with having to deal with you. Wheel of Fortune, you're moving in a new direction. You may know exactly where you're going, or you may feel that you're simply ready for the new, but nothing is going to stop you, Cancer. You've made your mind up. King of Swords, you've made your mind up. Wow. You may be moving straight into the divorce process, or you may be sitting in a very powerful masculine energy if you're speaking to kids. Okay, that's it. Enough. I'm not giving to you anymore. You may be seeking advice from someone, or you're simply sat in a logical energy. I cannot give any more of myself to this situation any longer. No, not doing it. No, 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 no. Yes, you want justice. Wow. Wow, guys. Whoever this is going to be shocked. They're not going to expect this of you. What is their energy when you say this? What are they thinking about? Yes, they're thinking about the past. Past mistakes. Oh, this is a massive lesson for whomever this is. They're going to look back at the times that you helped them out, you bailed them out. They're going to think back at the times where they were selfish, unpleasant to you, cutting, demanding. They're going to think back with regret, but it's too late because you've made up your mind. What is the energy between you two? Cancer, wow, the 2 of Swords. You are absolutely done. You are closing out the cycle. And this person or people, whoever this is, they're in complete denial. They can't quite believe it. So Cancer, the final card is the Page of Cups. You may be moving towards someone to say, I'm sorry. You may be moving towards someone to say, I love you. You could be leaving a partner because you know you're in love with somebody else. Or you could be softening the blow if you have children. If this is you about your kids, once the kids have left the house and you're thinking, thank God for that, they can pay their own bills, they're old enough and ugly enough, right? This is you getting in touch with your kids again. Okay, so I'm sorry I asked you to leave the house, but it was time. I hope you found somewhere decent to live, you know. Let me know if you've got any major issues, but it's way past time. I couldn't have supported you any longer, right? What are you saying, Page of Cups? Devil. I'm sorry, but this just got too toxic. It just got too difficult for me to deal with. I'm sorry, but, you know, it was all too much. I just want to be happy. Wow. Cancerian energy, Leo energy. The 4 of Wands. This is you, Cancer, either moving into your own place. You're moving out of a partnership, out of a family home, into your own place. And you're at peace, and you're happy, and you're relaxed. Maybe for the first time in a long time. You could be selling a property. You could be buying a property in another area of the world. You could even be moving in with someone new. Page of Wands. You could be messaging someone, I'm out of it, I've left, right? I can be with you now. You may have to face an angry child here for some. Or you may simply, Cancer, at this point feel inspired. You may simply feel inspired. My lovely Cancerians, Temperance. Okay. For some, there may be issues with a Capricorn, a Leo, or a Sag with Temperance. Could just be shock. Could be anger. I don't know. All this is you feeling inspired, being protected by the angels, Cancer. Maybe the angels have seen you self-sacrifice for many years, and maybe, Cancer, they feel you're doing the right thing. You're finally loving yourself, self-worth, self-respect, because they've allowed you to manifest this new path. I feel the angels have been protecting you. Yes, they're allowing you this passionate new start, Cancer. And you are going to feel that you've done the right thing. So if you are leaving, Cancer, you may think to yourself, you know what, I've given so much of myself, my time, my emotions, my finances, to the point where I'm depleted. I deserve this. This is you thinking I shouldn't feel guilty because I've got nothing to feel guilty about. Okay. This could be you feeling victorious and getting out of a toxic situation where somebody has been, quite frankly, very unpleasant, very defensive with you, cutting with you, somebody who never thought that you would leave them. But this is you leaving. And you know what? You're going to be happy and at peace. You're going to be happy and at peace, Cancer. 3 of Wands. For some of you, you're moving to a completely different area. You may have been thinking about this for quite a long time. And there is going to be a sense of adventure. Yes, the Fool. Wow. Now, for some of you, you may be starting a brand new life with an Aries. But I think in general what this shows, Cancer, is you're finally ready to stand up for yourself and be happy. And if that means detaching from a rather complicated, burdensome situation, you're deciding you can do that because you've given so much of yourself in the past. There's no guilt. This is simply what you need to do now. So guys, I'm ending the reading here. If this was your story, of course, do let me know, as always, in the comments. Take care of yourselves, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Cancer. Bye now.